What's up, YouTube? It's Biblical Truther. Coming to you today with this video because it kind of shocked my wife. And for those of you who have followed me since my old channel, the one that was deleted, you may remember me talking about a dream that she had in regards to a penguin flying out of New Zealand with a gold medallion around its neck, and its arms kind of look like those little ducks that you put in your yard with the little wings that spin when the wind blows. Kind of look like, almost like a hummingbird's wings. I'm not sure exactly what that meant as far as the dream is concerned, but it was coming out of New Zealand. And I think she said that Florida Maquis put this video up earlier about this article regarding a penguin in New Zealand. A penguin that's not native there. It's actually from Antarctica. They say was 2,000 miles from home. Just happened to wash up on shore, not wash up, but waddle up on shore in New Zealand. So there's been a lot of people decoding these numbers, the numerology with gematria and all, with these articles that they're putting out. But this one is especially concerning to us, given the dream that she had, a long time ago. There were some other things in that dream that had to do with the East Coast and flooding, or some type of flooding, to the point where the head of the Statue of Liberty was knocked off and floating in water. Now, we know all about the La Palma situation and all the pre-programming about it. The Simpsons talked about it. There's been articles on it, scientists looking at it years ago, and now they want to discount or make it not seem as bad as it could be, or might be, or will be. I don't know. But let me show you this article in the Association of Gematria, and not just gematria, but how they use the Strong's Concordance with their numbers and the meanings behind these numbers. It's pretty crazy, man. Check this out. So the article reads: Antarctica penguin waddles ashore in New Zealand, 2,000 miles from home. It don't seem that far from Antarctica, considering we're on a massive globe, right? An Arctic penguin misadventure has seen it waddle ashore almost 2,000 miles from home. The Adelie penguin, which is a native to Antarctica, washed up on the coast of New Zealand on Wednesday. The rare visitor was spotted by resident Harry Singh just south of Christchurch and Birdlings Flat of the South Island. A video captured by Singh shows the penguin wandering around on the beach. The last sighting of an Adelie penguin was in 1993, and this is only the third time one of the birds has made it to New Zealand's shores, according to an online encyclopedia of New Zealand birds, which says that one was found dead in 1962, and a live Adelie penguin was reported found in 1993. Although the bird's sex was not immediately determined, locals finally named it Pingu, after the main character in a clay animated children's TV series. Singh said that he and his wife stayed with the exhausted creature for nearly 4 hours until staff from Christchurch Penguin Rehabilitation came to its rescue. It's just pretty crazy, man. And then they go on saying how they saved it. But let me show you a couple things about this article. There's been a lot of people here lately greatly understanding gematria and how they code these things in these articles. But the name Pingu in gematria, let's see, is 316 in the Jewish gematria, and the very first thing on the list is all falls in place. But there's a couple others: going to hell, imminent hell, some interesting things there. But let's look at the other. Let's see, it was 2,000 miles from home. Let's see what that one means. Prone to fall. That's pretty much the same thing as all falls into place, right? Pretty ironic that they both mean pretty much the same thing. Oh. Let's see. In 1993 was when they last seen one of these penguins. This is pretty crazy. It means to stop the mouth or silence, from the word stoma. And I looked up stoma. Let's see where stoma is at. Right here. Stoma, the mouth, speech, eloquence in speech, the point of a sword. Kind of like Trump being associated with the tip of the spear and all this La Palma talk about tip of the spear, right? And this one, 1962, was the first time one of these washed up on the shore in New Zealand. Just so happens to mean calamity. I don't think there's no coincidence in this. All these things are speaking of kind of like apocalyptic scenarios, if you will. Perhaps the La Palma situation in the East Coast. But it does resonate with my wife and I, given that dream, you know. Some pretty wild stuff, man. Pretty wild stuff. I think that was all I had on the article. So what do you think? That's pretty wild in my book, you know. We thought that was just a one-off type of dream, you know, just out of the blue type thing, but it was significant enough for her to write it down. And you know, given the situation right now in La Palma, and the talk about the whole 600-foot tall wave that could impact the East Coast. It's just kind of wild that
you have 6 new text messages.
This is coming about right now, especially with all the coding of 11/19 and 11/27 and all these other dates, 11/23, and the fact that November actually is the 9th month, not the 11th. I mean, it's just crazy, all the things that are going on right now. So I'm not saying anything's gonna happen, I don't know, but we found this to be quite shocking, especially, you know, dealing with the whole penguin out of New Zealand thing. That's just crazy, man. But we don't know for sure. This just happened today. This just came about today, or we just seen it today. She did, so she sent it to me. And I thought I felt like I needed to make this video, man, because they definitely did some stuff with the whole Travis Scott deal, and I do believe there's some things headed this way for our country in the not too distant future, if not days, weeks, or months, you know, but definitely within the next year. We probably won't recognize America. But I don't know, what are your thoughts, man? That's pretty crazy. I wish I had that video still that I can refer back to, but I don't have it saved on my phone. I would have to go check my little SD cards. I think I have it on my laptop at home, about that dream. But it was about a year and a half ago, something like that, that I had posted that video to my other channel. But we taking this as a warning that this thing is very close at hand. So just wanted to put this out there. Thought it was odd. Could be a warning, could not be, just could be coincidence, which I don't believe in this world. But what are your thoughts on that, man? That just seems a little crazy to me. All the numerology and the correlation with biblical words and the meaning of those words. You know, Babylon falls in 1 hour, and that's kind of what it seems like. Calamity, to fall in place, you know. This thing's gonna come out of nowhere if it does hit the East Coast, and definitely millions upon millions of people will fall in place. Or their plan is falling in place. I don't know exactly what that meant, but just be ready for anything, man. I love you guys.
Stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness, and your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace. Above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked, and take the helmet of salvation, and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of God, praying always with all prayer and supplication in the Spirit, and watching thereunto with all perseverance and supplication for all saints,